Righty, hello and welcome to the people watching the stream, and welcome to the people watching this as a YouTube video later on. Second stream for the day, which is kind of cool, something new for me. But we are going to have, oh well, here you go, I might actually be joined by Bilson here to do these races. But what you'll see straight away is that if I go into it, there's two Grade 3 races today. One is at Interlagos, which I quite like, and one of them is the Nurburgring, the Nordschleife circuit, the full 24-hour circuit, which is awesome. Hello Joe Rich, welcome back. I'm also back, second stream for the day. Good to have you back here, man, appreciate that. I'm going to jump straight in and do some practice around the Nordschleife. So we can't join for 26 minutes, which puts me at 9 PM local time. Actually, it puts me after that. It puts me at 10 past 9 local time. So, we're going to jump in and do a couple of pracky laps at the moment anyway. Now, which car do I use at the famed Nordschleife circuit? I feel like a German car. I feel like a German car could be the way to go. But I don't really feel like using the Porsche. How about... I might use the M6. I'm going to use the M6, the BMW. Let's jump in and spin some laps. Pretty excited about this. I've been waiting for them to put a difficult daily race on, and I feel like they might have finally just done that. I actually had every intention of doing the FIA manufacturers, I think it was, Cup race today, but I don't know. It's a double Group 3 day. I feel like this is my destiny. This is what I was born to do. But anyway, how are you, Joe? What did you get up to? I suppose you've been asleep, haven't you? It's probably what you've been doing. I don't know what the time is around the world. Don't have my phone on me to check either. But I'm tipping it is in the morning if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So we're starting at the exit. The 24. They've done the full 24-hour track. I wasn't sure that they really would for a daily race, because it's quite a big and long drawn out lap. It's going to take about 7.5 minutes, I reckon. It's 4:45 AM. You're going to bed soon. Holy shit, dude! That is mental, man. Oh, my TV's just turned off. You'll have to excuse me if I crash. Having some issues with this TV. It's my old family TV. And every now and again, for no apparent reason, it's obviously just been retired to the, it's just a 42-inch LCD. It's been retired to my gaming room. It does turn off from time to time. Anyway, I got distracted. 4:45 AM, that is crazy, dude. If you had any sleep at all, you've just been charging on like an absolute fucking warrior. Man, I stayed up till 2 AM on Friday night, well, Saturday morning. Actually, I'm going to restart because of that, the TV incident. Oh, wrong button, sorry about that. That's just turned off. I'm going to retry because that TV turning off on the lap. But anyway, it was like 2 PM, I think, Saturday morning when I went to bed, because I stayed up watching The Punisher on Netflix. Binge watching that, and I was shagged, man. I can't do it anymore. I used to stay up late, like real late, but 4:45 is crazy. Ooh, pull up, you big heavy thing. It's all a bit awkward through there, isn't it? It's really slow double hairpin. Need to check the yeah, TC's up a bit high. I thought it was. Stayed up way longer than I'm supposed to on weekends. Yeah, man, that's 4:45 a.m. is crazy. That's crazy talk, man. But I suppose you're probably young, eh? You can sleep in all day. I miss those days. I miss sleeping until 1 p.m. because I stayed up till all hours of the morning. My children wake me up at about 7 o'clock, 7:30 now, so it's hard being me. No, just joking. We're using second chicane, okay, cool. Should know that. Braked a bit early, it's all good. And we finally rejoined the actual, the old Nordschleife circuit. Don't know about this fog. I didn't actually check the time. I presume it's early morning. Oh shit. It's alright, caught it, hold on to it, all good. Most of the times you stream, I'm sleeping, yeah, that is, look, I will say that one thing that sucks about living in Australia, don't get me wrong, I love living in Australia and all the rest, so I forgot to brake. Yeah, no, that was never coming out of that well. Now what was I saying? Yeah, no, the one thing that does suck about living in Australia is the time zone difference, it really does. Because obviously there's a lot of people from the Northern Hemisphere there's a lot more people from the Northern Hemisphere, to be honest, that watch this stuff. I was looking at my analytics not that long ago, and I think, well, I've cocked that up actually. The vast majority of my viewers are from the UK, the US, and I think there was Germany and France thrown in there as well. So given that, actually no, that's not true, I missed Australia out. I think it's UK, then Australia, then US from memory. So there are a few Aussies watching me, which is cool, which is nice. But yeah, it is difficult to live stream. And I've been trying to experiment to sort of see when is a good time. But I haven't quite hit the money yet. What time, Joe? What time do most people in your country sit down at the computer or the phone or the tablet and watch some live streaming? When does that typically happen, would you say? We slowed down too much for that corner and then I actually cocked it up anyway. This BMW doesn't feel too bad actually. I think I have used it once before, but... Whoops, that's a bit wide. I don't like what I got going on with my mini-map up there in the top right-hand corner. It's not giving me the kind of guidance I'm looking for. And the one down the bottom right-hand corner doesn't show me far enough up the road. Oh, I thought I was going to hit the grass there, and let me give you the tip, if if you hit the grass on the outside there, you are just going to spin around. That is what's happening with your day. Actually, I haven't done a lot of Nordschleife. I made a, I think I did it a couple of times for the license test. I'm not entirely sure I've done any laps. We got on the throttle too early in the concrete section. Spat it out sideways. 3 to 12 p.m. Really? Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. The evening, obviously prime times. So yeah, it's tough. It is tough because good times in the Northern Hemisphere tend to be the middle of the night in Australia. I know the Australian afternoon is just a dead zone on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. When we're in the afternoon, you never see a YouTube video upload, like our own local time afternoon. No videos ever get uploaded. Live streamers are always really tired and up too late. But yeah, I've been meaning to get up one Saturday, Sunday morning at like 6:30 a.m, go to bed early, get up super early and try and live stream to coincide with oh god, that's just hang on. I see around 5, 6, yeah. Orzel, hello. From cold England. Oh man, I am not cold. I literally, because this old TV of mine, this 42-inch, burns pretty hot, as old LCDs used to. I had to go and get a fan, man. Put it up against an open window and get the fan cranking. So hopefully, by the way, if anyone can hear the fan sort of blowing air over the microphone and it just sounds like shit, let me know and I'll relocate the fan. But no, she's nice and warm. Nice and warm today here. Good driving skills. Thanks, T. Thanks, man. Hasn't been a great lap. I've been trying to read chat, and it's not really a track that's overly well suited to reading the track and looking away. But we're getting it done. We're getting it done. Massively overbraked for all of this, but what you gonna do? Not a great lap. I'd imagine the good ones would be down in the 8. I don't know, 8:30s maybe? Ooh, a lot of understeer into there. Actually, could probably afford to move my brake bias forward a fair bit. Which I might go and do right now. Not that much. Yeah, it's not a bad car, this Beamer, but it does understeer a bit. Are you on PS4 Pro or just just a regular PS4, man? I was thinking about buying a PS4 Pro, but I really want to upgrade the graphics card on my computer. I've still got an old GTX 960. And I want to either buy a 1080 preferably, if I can afford it. Or a 1070 would do. So, no, my PS4 Pro money is going towards that. And also the never-ending list of car parts that I have to purchase. Oh, brake too early again, that's right. Use the second part of the chicane here, not the first part like you do on the normal. want to be careful getting on the curbs here because they're really high curbs. When you're under full acceleration, the curb on the outside, if you get the back wheel up on that curb, you're going to have a bad time. After this lap, I'm actually going to check the leaderboard and see what sort of lap times I'm chasing. But also overseas as well. Yeah, I'm actually running traction control on 2 at the moment. Slowed down too much though. Well, there you go. The fog's starting to lift. Yeah, I've actually still got TC on 2. On a track like this, I just can't even be bothered turning traction control down any further. So yeah, with TC off, it might actually be a bit of a pig, I'm not sure. There you go, I'm 11 seconds up at that sector, so definitely doing a better job than I did last lap. Well, you get a bit of air there, you got to be careful of that one. Are you using the... No, man. I'm not on a controller. I'm on a steering wheel. Logitech G29. You don't want to get out on that. Yeah, on the Logitech G29 steering wheel. Probably hard to tell because of how erratically I'm driving on this track. It's nowhere near as smooth and connected as I'd like it to be. I will be away from my gaming PC soon for at least 3... Sorry, it's going to be hard to read that longer comment at the moment. Right on the long straights at the back though. Thinking to grab a regular PS4. Nah, I've got to concentrate too hard. But when I check the leaderboard at the end of this lap, I will have a look at that comment and any other comments I'm missing. Because I appreciate you guys having a chat to me, I really do. It's streaming's lonely when you're by yourself and no one's talking to you, so I do appreciate you guys having a chat. Oh, I tell you what, that was right on the edge of the braking limit, that one. I really hate the concrete sections at the Nordschleife, and without traction control on, it is so easy to spin through them. The worst part is, because I don't have a mini-map set up at the moment that I like, I'm kind of just driving off memory, which is always risky around such a long track. So I haven't done a lot of this. I think I did a couple of laps for the license test from memory. And not much since then, but I have actually done on R Factor a couple of years back, I did a endurance race. I think it was a 4-hour endurance race around here on R Factor. That was a good bit of fun. And that's actually where I learnt the general layout of this circuit. I'm certainly no pro at it, but God, I can't remember what's coming up. I've got some tight corners here somewhere, I know I do. That's one down one too many gears. The other goddamn concrete section. Oh yeah, I hate the concrete sections. And that has ruined that. 14 seconds up. And it's all gone. I was just about to say, if that was on controller, you're smooth with it. Nah, yeah. Welcome, Pedro, by the way. But no, definitely on the steering wheel. I did cut my teeth on a controller, much like I suppose most people do. Still nice driving. Cheers, T. It's the carousel concrete section. It's easy to get it wrong. Yeah, it really is. It's the section 2. Section 1's not too bad, because if you cock up the first concrete section, you just kind of jump up onto the top part of the corner, which is much slower. You can't go as fast. There's no banking, and it wants to understeer you off, but it's still not too bad. But I've slowed down way too much. I don't know what I'm doing here. Not concentrating, that's what. Oh, too hot. Not a great start to the next lap. Yeah, anyway, it's the second concrete section, which has got a much more aggressive banking on the inside. And you can see then, I think I just must have got up and sort of plateaued the car out or something like that. I don't know what I did, but I cocked it up anyway. Before I start that lap, I'm going to go check the leaderboards and see what sort of times people are doing. That's an 8:50 and I lost, what, at least 7 or 8 seconds, I'd suggest. So if I got this lap right, I reckon that the fast guys are going to be in the high 30s, 8-minute 30s. That's what I'm tipping. I meant 8 PM to 12 PM on the other comment. Oh yeah, cool, no worries, Joe. No worries at all. And now, what was this long comment by Orzel? I will be away from my game PC soon for at least 3 months, and I'm thinking to grab a regular PS4 during Black Friday to do some racing in a set of Corsa, Gran Turismo Sport, and Project Cars 2. Yeah, well, why not, dude? Why not? They're getting cheap now, the regular PlayStation, especially since the Pro came out. Oh, look at Bilson's time. Is that guy on? Is that guy even on? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go and grab my phone. It's in another room, so I can message Bilson. I might get him on. I won't be a sec. Right, sorry about that, guys. My phone went flat today, so I had it on the charger. Let's have a look at these ranking leaderboards. See what sort of times people are actually doing. Friends ranking, yes, I know. So 8:50, and I reckon I lost about 7 seconds on that spin, because I was 15, what was I, 11, 12 seconds up, and I end up 5 seconds up. So yeah, about 7 seconds. So it would have been a pretty similar time to Bilson there, but what the fuck, 8:10, are you serious? How the fuck are people doing that time? I don't understand that shit. Let's get Wilson in the chat. Sorry, you're probably going to get a blue screen here coming up at the moment. But I won't be a second. We'll get Bills in the chat, see what his secret was to that lap time, and then see if I can match it. Unfortunately, you have to stare at the PlayStation thingy while I do it. It's braking traction because it's slippery. Yeah, it is on the carousel. Yeah, the concrete section. On the banking. Yeah, it's, as I say, it's one of those things. You just got to be so gentle around there. Can you compare G29 force feedback from Gran Turismo Sport to, say, Assetto Corsa on PC? Well, yes, we can. And hello, Willie.
How you doing?
Good. Good, how you doing?
No, nice. Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good. Yeah.
I'm about to go out and spin some more laps. What time did I say I could join? I can actually nearly join, can't I? I've got time for a lap.
Sitting waiting at the moment.
How much longer is there?
Not very long at all. It's only 25 seconds.
Right, well, that's not long at all.
No, I would probably just stay where you are.
I'm going to exit out and I'm going to jump into the actual race. So, Orzel has asked, because I know you're probably not reading the chat, are you? There you go, 10 seconds left. Can you compare the G29 force feedback from Gran Turismo Sport to, say, Assetto Corsa on PC? Yes, we can. And what I will say is, and I don't know if you agree with this, but one of the big advantages on PC is that you can calibrate everything a bit better than PlayStation.
Yeah.
I do need to actually play with the wheel settings, but I know the G29 brake pedal on this is bullshit. So the G29 brake pedal, if you don't know, unlike the 27 and the 25, has a pressure, what do you call it, pressure sensor? What's it called? Pressure...
yeah, it's like a, oh no, you put me on the spot and I can't think what it is. It's a,
Yeah, but anyway, it gives it pressure, whereas the G27, for example, just had a heavy spring, but you can still easily push the pedal down and flatten it on the floor, whereas this doesn't. It's got like a rubber in the spring.
It's like a load cell type setup.
It's sort of like a load cell. It's not, but that's what it's trying to cheaply replicate, I suppose, is a load cell. But the issue with Gran Turismo at the moment, and I actually, now that I'm saying this, I don't know why I haven't just gone out and seen if I can calibrate the pedals, because I've never tried. But for me, all the braking's done in the soft part, so there's a bit of play before you get to that pressure in the pedal. There's, you know, what, an inch or so of movement, which is pretty light movement. And unfortunately in Gran Turismo, that's where nearly all your braking's done. I barely have to put any pressure on it at all. And if I do, it's an instant lock-up. But I think they've done a decent job with the steering wheel force feedback. Assetto Corsa is pretty good. Like, Assetto Corsa on PC is probably my favourite sim. The online's a pain in the fucking ass. But in terms of how the cars handle, feel, sound, everything, I'd say Assetto Corsa is the best of the best. I know the iRacing boys will disagree with me on that. But having played Assetto Corsa and iRacing, pound for pound, I'd say Assetto Corsa is the better of the two, but barely. iRacing is good, let's not take anything away from iRacing.
Yeah, iRacing has a different feel to anything else I've played. They have their own unique feel of the cars, the grip of the tyres, all that sort of stuff, so...
Yeah. Are these Japanese drivers bad on Get Sport? I reckon you meant GT Sport when you wrote that. No, I wouldn't say they're bad. I would say they're fairly obsessive over it. There's never any shortage of Japanese people on. Mind you, Japan's not exactly a small, unpopulated country, and they are in my region, so... Oh, we got that line all kinds of wrong. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, you only get one lap at the moment. with the time that we have.
And I've made an absolute cock-up of it. Like, already, it's fucked, and I'm still on the Grand Prix circuit.
Well, let's hope the rest of it's a ripper.
Well, it's going to have to be, because I've only done an 850. I spun on the second bloody carousel, the second concrete section of my last lap. Otherwise, it would have been a very similar time to you, I reckon.
What are you running your... Yeah, I did that on my first fire. What are you running your TC on?
2.
Good.
I can't be arsed sticking around with it on 1 or off on this track.
It's just too risky.
Yeah.
There's too much of a jump between TC2 and TC1.
I agree. Oh no, this lap is just shit. I'm not even concentrating very well here.
Otherwise, you'd have enough time to restart if you won't restart now.
I actually
try
would
and get a nice clean flow.
You're right.
You're
going to bed, Joe? No worries. Thanks for joining me, man. It must be like 5 AM local time. So I do appreciate you joining the stream and having a chat to me, dude. Have a good morning sleep. You crazy bastard. You crazy bastard.
Old Crazy Joe.
Old Crazy Joe, staying up till 5 AM.
Yep.
Good on him. Once upon a time I could have done
enthusiasm.
that. Bloody oath. Bloody oath. Appreciate every single one of you that joins any of my streams, to be honest with you. Did you try Automobilista on PC? I didn't, man. It keeps... Orzel, it keeps popping up in... Because I've put it in my basket a long time ago. And every time it comes up on sale, I get a notification from Steam saying...
That went straight in your basket.
Yep. And I haven't bought it. 5:14. See you later if you stream during my time. Yeah, look... We'll see how we go. I really do need to organise a couple of streams that just sit spot on at like 7 PM in the US, 7 PM in the UK. But they are early in the morning. You never know. This coming weekend I might, because the wife and kids are off to Queensland for a couple of days. So maybe first thing Saturday or Sunday morning I'll go to bed early the night before, get up at bloody whatever the hell ungodly hour. Probably the same time you're going to bed, Joe, to be honest. Now where can I brake for this? Quite late, actually.
It's funny how much of the track you remember.
Well, because I don't like the way the minimap's set out up the top at the moment, it's completely useless to me. I'm doing all of this off memory. And we haven't exactly played a hell of a lot of this. I was just saying before you jumped on stream that I actually learnt this back in the day. Remember that endurance race we did for on R Factor?
Yes, yep.
However many hours that was.
Yeah.
I want to say 4 hour.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that sounds correct. Yeah, I learnt this, obviously, Gran Turismo, earlier games, but a lot with Tourist Trophy.
Tourist Trophy?
Yeah, mate, I remember many a laps in the thousands and the 600, just the road bikes, not the, I can't remember if there was any race bikes in there, but it was just the road bikes, doing times, and...
That's old school. What's that, like PS2 days?
Yeah, I reckon, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't 3, was it? Yeah.
I had the track nutted right out, so all my times were competitive. I could do laps with no mistakes, pushing the limits, and some spots on the track because the handling wasn't that spot on with the bikes, so you'd slide it in early to one section and let it sort of wobble up into the next section to get it right, and yeah, it was quite interesting.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we have done many a lap on different games. And what's good is it's if a couple of corners weren't exactly the same,
that got loose
due to the interpretation of the games, it doesn't really make a difference.
No, because you're always sort of just driving as what you can see here. I've not memorised this track well enough to a point where I could just put a blindfold on and nail everything in the right gear. Like, you're always sort of driving a little bit just to what you see in front of you there.
Yeah. The gear indicator does help a little bit with this track.
See, because of how low my TV sits, I actually can't see that. My steering wheel goes right over the top of it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But the only thing I can see is my traction control light flashing.
So you wouldn't be able to see what gear you're in either?
No, man. Yeah, I can when I look for it, but not in my periphery.
Yeah, right. I use mine religiously. I was going to say, if you don't look at that, you are one of those psychos.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a psycho, which does mean that, like right now, because we're in the chat, it turns the audio, the game audio, down a bit.
Yeah.
Try streaming while it's 8 PM in America. Yeah, I will. I'm going to try and do an American stream and a European stream. I.e., I'll come on at a prime time, but then I've got to pick the right day, because I'm pretty sure if I jump on at 6 PM local time on a Saturday, I'm pretty sure half of the people, because I think analytics told me that my average age was 25 to 33 for all of my subs and viewers. So those people are out on the piss. They're out, maybe they are. But I think a Saturday night's a risky one for me. I don't know if it's worth doing. I feel like people go out.
Socialising night, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon Saturday night's a bit more of a socialising night. Could be wrong. Happy to try it. What have I got coming up? God, I can't remember this part. I think I've got a sharper left-hander up here. We'll back off and go down a gear. Yeah, no. Yep. And now I think we've got a couple of tight bits into the first concrete carousel. Up here somewhere. Tell you what, this car is a little bit taily, even with traction control on 2. I'd imagine with TC off, this thing's going to be a bit mental.
Yeah. I only took a second out of my time. It's 5 minutes left, but I'm just going to have a little sit out for the minute.
Oh no, don't... Oh. I've still got to finish this lap and get better than a bloody 8:50, which is not a good time at all. I'm not sure that I'm excited about what the quality of racing is going to be like around here.
Yeah, hopefully other people are making plenty of mistakes.
That's kind of a risk as well. I feel like I'm eventually just going to end up smashing into someone who's spun out and hasn't gone into ghost mode yet.
Yeah.
Get around that corner. Does look quite cool with the fog and everything though.
Doesn't it?
This must be coming up to the second carousel here somewhere. Yeah, I think it's up along the end of this. Nope. Ah, here it is. This is where I spun last time. Let's see if I can... Nah, awful. Doesn't matter. I played it cautious and I got around it. That's all that matters. I didn't spin and crash. I've hit the straight a lot faster too. So I'm hoping this is a fairly decent time. You're actually going to go to bed now. Alright, Joe. No worries. Thanks for joining, dude. Catch you on. Orzel, Rosa Studios did a good job with Adelaide Circuit. Oh, there's Adelaide on Automobilista. Nice. I actually heard a little rumour that there might be a V8 Supercars mod coming for that. Automobilista. I don't know if that's true or not.
Would be quite cool.
Here we go. What's your best time?
A 42.2.
Oh, 8:38.
Nice.
It's not a bad lap in the end.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'm not going to start another one because it's 2 minutes 39 to go. Australian V8s are already there. Are they really? Oh, Jesus, Willie. We might have to get Automobilist. Now, tell me, Orzel, if that's how you say your name. Okay, so you've got the V8s, the Australian V8s, which is cool. Tick. You've got Adelaide Street Circuit, which is great. Is it like R Factor and Assetto Corsa where you can just download a bootload of mods for it, and people are making, you know, car mods, track mods, that sort of shit? Or is it more like Project Cars and Gran Turismo, although Gran Turismo's on PS4, it's a bit different, but say Project Cars on PC, where you can't download any mods for it? I think you can download skins, and that's about it. Wonder if we'll get many people in this race. I was looking, Willie, at the... Are you there, Willie? I won't tell you the story if you're not. Oh, you are. I thought you'd gone off the thing. I was just looking in the top 10 stars, the ranking leaderboard. 8 minutes 10 and 11.
Ooh.
Like,
Okay.
I kind of feel like there's some funny business going on there because, like, okay, my lap's not great. I'm certainly no fucking esports champion. I'm not about to get invited by Nissan Motorsports to go race their GTR. But that lap wasn't 30. What did I say I got it? 138. I feel like it wasn't 28 seconds shitter than it could have been.
Yeah. Hopefully those people have gone to bed.
That time was set
at the moment.
at 8:24.
Right.
8:24 local time. I presume that's my time, which was an hour ago. And I think we decided Japan was like 2 hours behind us, didn't we?
Wonder if they've got that assist turned on, which would help a lot at this track.
Potentially. Orzel says no, it's like R Factor. It's like one huge mod for R Factor. Yeah, okay, cool. There are tons of tracks, including Australian circuits, available as mods. Yeah, cool. So it is like R Factor, because we used to do a lot of... actually, the main league racing you and I did, Willie, was in R Factor, as in the Australian V8s. There's a couple of different years and cars and that sort of thing. But every circuit was there on the calendar. You can recreate the whole season of... okay. So it must be like R Factor. What's it like in terms of car physics and... like graphically? One thing that always ground me about R Factor and why I had started using Bonnet Cam in the first place is because the in-car view was so terrible in R Factor. It just looked bad and grating and turned me off it. I might actually I'm actually a bit gutted. I got a it was... oh, holy shit. Yeah, someone in my room, Willie. You're in my room. Okay, cool. We're up against each other. Have a look at old Ballbag there in 9th place on that list. So I have to come 10th, by the way, to improve my DR. But the Hills 102... like, what are they doing to get these fucking times? There's got to be some funny business going on there. There has to be.
Yeah, because everybody else is down to... So you got a...
I believe that 127, yeah, that's super quick, and I believe that, because if my lap time was perfect, I would cut 10 seconds off that comfortably. So I believe the 27, but that 15, I don't believe that. There must be some glitch where you can reverse and cut out the fucking half the street circuit or something. Graphically, it cannot be compared to modern sims. Yeah, okay, so it's like R Factor then. But physics, force feedback, and sound are the best in the business. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. I'm looking forward to hearing the sound then, because I reckon Assetto Corsa is pretty good on all those fronts, actually.
One of those things like we did with R Factor, you take it with a grain of salt for the graphics,
Oh shit, yeah, R-Factor
If
looks
the
rubbish.
racing and everything
Yeah.
else is really good, yeah.
Yeah, and we pushed through that. I mean, we were literally like practicing on Assetto Corsa, which looked amazing. Especially if you go to if you're in a car that they created, the actual developers created, at a track that they created, not downloaded mods, then graphically and audio and stuff, it was phenomenal. And you jump into R-Factor an hour later to do a league race, and it just looked like a potato. Like seriously, it was just PlayStation 2 graphics. But that game is like 12 years old, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, we'd actually qualify 8th. Where are you? 12th. And I've got to come 10th, I believe.
Yeah, I have to double check my number.
This race could be an absolute fucking disaster. Like, if people are up in front... I'm just looking to survive here. I'm not worried about trying to pull big overtakes on people. I literally just want to survive this race.
Yeah, unless there's a real clear spot to pass, it'll just be a matter of just sweating on somebody, and then they make the mistake.
Yeah, put the pressure on them, load the pressure up, and yeah. 100%. Well, I tell you what, Orzel, I don't know if you work for Reza? I don't know how you say that word. The guys who make Automobilista, but you've certainly sold it to me. If you're not working for them, they should be paying you as a salesperson. You could just go around to all the streamers saying, have you tried this game? It's freaking awesome, man.
So here we go, hey?
Check Hobo. Is he in this race, is he? Hobo 88? No? No? Okay, cool. Check Hobo 88's channel. He's got a load of videos of the V8 Supercar races from Automobilista, R-Factor and iRacing. Cool. I'm actually going to do that. Hobo 88. Yeah, I don't know. How do you spell the difference between the two? 88. 88. Presume that's his year of birth. Oh no, I've got a good run. I said I want to survive and not go overtakes.
I've got to finish 12th. I'm starting 12th. I've got to finish 12th or better. Right.
I'm going to go around the outside because that's going to give me... Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, Fox Piracy. That's my bad. He braked so much earlier than I ever anticipated he would. That's right, I think I might have actually pushed him up a spot. Those bad feelings have gone all the way away. And I need to change this. Oh, my TC's gone back to 3, by the way. Thought it felt a bit high. I need to go back to a radar because I've got no spatial awareness at the moment at all.
Yes.
I hate it how there's no mirrors on the bonnet cam mode. Apparently the developer said because you've got so much more vision in front of you than you would do if you were on board. Oh no, I had to go wide to take evasive action. Everyone seems pretty sloppy at the start of this race, like me included, but I just feel like I've spent the whole lap avoiding contact with people. You wish to work for him? Yeah. Yeah, shit, yeah. I hear you there, mate. I wish I worked for... Whoa, I've cut him off. My bad. Sorry, big fella. Didn't see him until I hit him. Didn't get an SR down there.
For that guy.
That man has not lasted long. He was the 215 guy, I think.
To turn in and just slid away. Yeah, he was.
Whereabouts are you?
Not far behind you.
Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all.
Whoa!
Uh-oh, what happened there?
I saw you, and then...
Yeah, I can't be held to blame for that one, big fella. I cannot be held to blame for that. He pushed me out onto the grass. And then when I actually rejoined the circuit, which I had no control over, I wasn't going to pull up on the grass. When I rejoined the circuit, it was right into him. So that's fucked my race. That's back to 19th. I did take a risk trying to go around the outside of him. And he just sort of shoved me
Yeah,
off
I had a
onto the
nice run
grass.
through there, and I saw you, and you know when sometimes you sort of focus on something and it takes you focus off what you're doing. I ran just that little bit wide, and about half a tyre, also touched the grass and then just looped.
Yeah. Well, mate, we've not gone well in the first 2 minutes of this. So I'm nearly on the back of you. Let's go and see if there's any coins in the gravel. Nah, I checked. There's none. I thought there might have been a couple of bucks just out in there, but there's not. I checked for you.
You used to have a mischief out there, did you?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. A car just went through one of the sections and had sparks flying off it everywhere.
I saw that actually from back here.
It's the GTR. Well, why is everybody just pulled up?
Right, I need to just try and go clean from here. And just pick my way through the field. Keep pushing. Thanks, All's Corp. I can't really read and everything, but thanks, dude. I will. I'm going to keep on charging on. I did put myself in risk. I decided to try and go around the outside of him, and unfortunately, he may not have seen me, so he's just sort of pushed me out onto the grass. And once I was out there, I was just a passenger. I'm not gonna be able to pull that big girl up sideways on the grass. So pulled out and I actually ran into him. So he kind of loaded his gun, fired it, and then jumped in the way of the bullet, didn't he? But let's see if a bit of tenacity can get me back somewhere from 19th. I'm still inside of you, Willie, up in 17th. So you've... Where did you qualify?
What's that?
Where did you qualify?
12th. And I've got to get back to 12th or better. It's not going to happen, but...
I had to come 10th, I think.
Right.
So I've got a lot of work in front of me to recover from that fucking disaster. That's not a good way to do that.
The guy behind us had a mischief, you would have seen that.
Yeah, unfortunately I was out there having one with him. I've actually gone to water in the race. My practice laps were okay.
It's always a bit emotional, isn't it?
It is a bit emotional, mate, yeah. Getting a little bit upset about it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely nowhere at the moment. Absolutely nowhere with pace or anything. It's alright, just going to go solid from here. Nice and safe.
Yeah, I'm hoping just to keep it rocking, baby, and hopefully guys around will make mistakes. Just like that guy who hit the fence and took out another guy. So, cool. There's one spot.
I'm just too far back. I'm 5 seconds. Geez, you're up to 16th. So you've got 2 spots. I've dropped 6 seconds behind him. Having an absolute Barry Crocker at the moment.
Oop. Oh, there goes that guy.
Oh, he goes fully all the way around that time. I need a bit more of that going on while I stage my amazing comeback. Oh, I got sideways then. Not even really cutting the gap down.
Now let's see how rubbish the Porsche is in a straight line.
Yeah, I'm still 6 seconds behind Wacker. I became New Zealand there for a second.
Didn't you?
Yep.
Guy in front's pulling away, guy behind is gaining.
He's pulling
So
away from me.
Is
Oh no,
not
I'm
very
actually
good in a straight line.
I'm gaining on him. I'm holding 269 on the uphill section. But, geez, I'm going to need a fair bit to happen on the next lap to come back to any decent position. Especially at top 10. I reckon I'm already in a world of strife here. Well, the second half of the lap was alright. The first 2 minutes was an absolute abortion. See if I can redeem myself with one good lap. To be honest with you, that was a bit deep through there.
The guy who's in the lead, I assume it is, did a 8:25 on the opening lap.
Jeez Christ.
Yep.
That's not mucking about.
No.
I've had a pretty good run through the circuit section, through the actual racetrack, so hopefully I can carry this sort of form on. Your last 5 minutes are pretty good, yeah. Yeah, it's just unfortunately, I was a potato for the first 4 minutes of the lap. What are you facing that way for, mate? That's the wrong way. You're not gonna win facing the wrong way.
It does sort of suck on this track when you get a good run, you can't make a pass a lot of the time.
Nah, passing on this track is a bitch. I'm still not really catching up to the guy in front of me. I don't think I've got any more pace than anyone. I needed to stay where I was and just kind of hold position. I don't think this is going to be one of those races where I just make an amazing comeback.
I need to get past this guy in front. He's holding me up quite a bit.
There's more sparks from whoever that dude was. Do apologise for chat if anyone's trying to say too much. I'm struggling to concentrate on the race and the chat at the same time. I think this is one of those times where I just need to focus. I actually wish this was a 3-lapper.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
I think it would be better as a 3-lapper. Oh, got him down to 2.8 seconds. I'm catching you as well, I think. Had to lift off the throttle there. Not ideal at the start of a straight. It's going to pull away from me here. Yeah, he is. 2.8 already up to nearly 3.1. Oh, I had to go very slowly, but I did stop from running off. Probably still saved myself time. Oh, holy shit, I've given up a lot of time to old mate behind me. He's only 4/10 down. 3/10 down. I'm in strife here, actually. I'm about to be defending my position, I think. I've given up over a second to old mate, all because of that run out of that last turn.
I keep getting SR down arrows.
Yeah?
Because the guy in front, in certain spots, is quite a bit slower, and I just tap the back of him.
Yeah, just giving him the old love tap.
Yeah. Ugh, another one.
Didn't mean to go down to first there. Oh, old mate behind me's made a mistake. He's nearly 6 seconds behind me. Oh, I don't want to be out here. That's okay. Keep it in a straight line. But yeah, no, unfortunately I just haven't had good enough pace to catch anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that second carousel. 2.4. I'd love to catch him by the straight. That's a much better run into the straight. I think I'm 38 seconds up on last lap.
Gotta make our mate sad.
Did you get him?
Just passed him in a straight line.
Nice. What'd you get up to? Because you were back in 18th with me in 19th.
I'm in 14th at the moment.
Yeah, that's not bad going. So I'm gonna lose some DR ranking here.
Yeah, same.
100%.
Oh, and these guys just there. Ugh.
Oh,
That far
that's
away.
the end of the race. Never even made the end. That's a bit embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't quite. I was not far away at all. See, and the guy in front, 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
So I would have beat him if I let him across the line. I wasn't far away from crossing the line either. I mean, that
sucks. Yeah.
I was about 5 seconds away.
Well, that was intense. But ultimately, shit house. I didn't see what my last... I wanted to finish my last lap because it would have been a good lap.
Yeah.
I've still got a blue S, but driver ratings remained at B. But, if that's alright, never mind, never you mind.
Yeah. Yes.
So we've got 2 Grade 3 races today, which is cool, because we've got Interlagos, a 4-lapper at Interlagos.
Yeah.
And it opens in 1 minute, so it's not bad timing, you know.
Yeah, it does. So, we'll learn this one on the go, and
yeah,
she'll be right.
Yeah, we will. What are you using to record for streaming, Elgato or something else? So, this is literally just streaming straight off the PlayStation. This is absolutely just hit the share button and live stream is all this is. My other live streams from different games, PC games and stuff, I use OBS to capture that. And to record onto the PC, I do use an Elgato Game Catcher HD. So it's probably a couple of years old now. I suppose at least 2 years old, I'd suggest, 3 years old. There's probably a new model of the same thing, I reckon. But that's what I use to record onto PC. I think the main issue with this one, the aging one, is that at 1080p recording, I think it only records at 30 frames, not 60. I could be wrong there. I could be wrong. My YouTube videos are usually in 60 frames because I render out of Vegas with 60 frames. What car am I going to use? What track is it? Interlagos. I'm going to use the McLaren. I haven't used the McLaren in anything at all yet.
Yeah, right.
So that is what I'm going to go and do some practice and hopefully qualify quite well. Yeah, I will. And yeah, Ozell for the livery stream, which I've got another livery stream. I almost did the second part of my livery stream tonight to finish a VIP Pet Foods Nissan GTR. And what I use for that is the Elgato game capture software, and then I just plug it through OBS. Yeah, so you do a bit of streaming yourself, or you're thinking about doing it yourself, or recording even? As a general rule, if you watch my YouTube channel, if the quality looks like it's in 720p, probably means I wasn't recording at the time. And then I just saved it using the PlayStation's own, like, save the last 15 minutes of gameplay feature or whatever it is, 20 minutes. So the lower quality ones are usually that. This is Brazil. I said Interlagos.
You did. I was thinking it was a different track. It's weird. I was thinking of Imola for some reason.
Nah, Imola unfortunately isn't in the game. God, this McLaren fucking brakes alright. Compared to the Beamer I was just in. This actually goes alright, this car.
I'm a fan of the McLaren and the Porsche. I'm in the Porsche at the moment.
Oh, the Porsche is amazing. Love the Porsche. Oh. McLaren brakes well, but you do get a lot of understeer.
It's sort of mid-corner push you get.
It is, yeah. So initial turn-in's fine.
Yeah, and it's good off the corners too. If you muck around with the TC and stuff like that, it's not ultra aggressive.
No, it's actually quite good. I'm just running TC on 2.
Yeah, I am.
It feels like a really nice car. It just, you're right, initial turn-in is great, but mid-corner you just get a bucket of understeer.
Yeah, so you just got to sort of, once you get your head into the mind frame of the car sort of thing, if that makes any sense, which it probably does not, yeah, you can be quite comfortable.
I know what you mean. Get your head in the game, get used to the car, get a feel for it. I'm catching what you're kicking.
Yes.
I like this track of Interlagos. So do I, man. Ryan says the Porsche would be good seeing as it's driving slower than it should be. He's still getting into the whole it's a GTE car deal.
Yeah.
I just took a massive chunk of corner out there and it's actually slower than what I did last lap. I was 0.16 up. I'm now nearly a tenth down. 600ths down. God damn, this thing brakes well. I'm over braking.
Yeah, it's very stable on brakes and turning.
Oh,
the Porsche
it just
is
pulls
not.
up so fast.
It's not as stable. Yeah.
No, I think with a few laps of experience, I'll get along with this McLaren just nicely.
Yeah. I don't feel like you do a lot of wheel work in the car either.
No, you don't. It's very stable. It's actually quite a nice car.
Yeah.
I can't remember what sort of lap times we should be running here in a Group 3 car. Just done a 34.8, but it wasn't exactly an amazing lap. I seriously need to ignore that braking marker I've used the whole time in Gran Turismo for turn 1. You can leave it well past the 100 metre sign.
Yeah, I think it's about 75 metres.
Jeez, that's unreal, isn't it? Wish I'd have used this at the Nordschleife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of an instant fan.
Yeah, I am. About to go a second quicker again. Should be good for a 133. Especially seeing as the track drops away, not climbs. Good brakes. Yeah, it is really good brakes. 133.8. That's braking at the 75 metre mark. Comfortably did it. In the Porsche, I'm pretty sure I brake at the 100 metre mark. Now the only thing I will say, as a caveat.
I just did at 75.
Did you in the Porsche?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Well,
maybe I'm thinking of the grade 4 markers.
Yeah, because I think that's where we did quite a few laps with them.
Yeah, we have. We've done a couple of the daily races, I think.
Yeah.
What sort of times are you doing?
I did a 33.7.
Oh, yeah? So we're running about the same. I'm only 10th behind you.
Yep.
Oh, that just hooked up there. I held it on the curb too. Lesson learned. Remember we were in the Genesis this morning? Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were in the Genesis. By the way, the Ryan I'm talking to there in chat, if anyone watches this morning's stream, is the guy I was racing with. It's probably where you're getting 100 metres from. It must be. It must be, because there's no way. This thing's braking crazy. Crazy good. How long we got? 7.5 minutes. See how late I can brake. Nah, that was too late. No, it was not too late, because I'm a 10th up. I think my run onto the straight was worse though. And by the time I get up to this corner, oh no, it's about a 10th. Brake later again there. They're 3/10 up. There you go. But yeah, so that split time there above my tacho and gear shift indicator is a bit misleading, because when you first come into the corner and you brake later,
yeah,
it tells you you're
right
up. But by the time you actually punch it down the straight, because you gave up drive down the straight for a later brake, therefore you're on the power later, it actually catches up down the next acceleration point. Right, let's see if I can't go a little bit quicker, because I was up on that last lap that I spun on. That felt like a pretty good spot to brake. Yeah, that felt alright, and it shows in that sector time because I'm 4/10 up. I've lost a bit of drive down the straight, so by the time I get up to the corner, it's probably going to be, yeah, about 3/10, but still, I'll take that. That's not bad.
Yeah, and sometimes with that too, that's another thing you take with a bit of grain of salt, because it's going off your previous lap, and you might have got a really good run in one section, but it hurt you at the next, but it might reflect you've got more time up your sleeve to start with, like what you had there. So you can't go, oh look, I was 4/10 up on that lap, but the run ruined it. It was just...
You've made the pace differently, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But I cocked it up anyway. I had a good start, but I got out on the AstroTurf with my boot held into it, and just kicked the old arse end out. I lost all my time, so...
Cheese and whiskers.
It's time to be had though.
So what do you reckon you're looking for?
I reckon I'm looking for probably a low 33.
Yep.
I don't know if I've got a second in me to get into the high 32s. If I can get through with no mistakes at all. Oh, traction control bogged down and ate my drive. I was going through there so much better. That's where having traction control on 2 is shit, because it just kicked in and washed all of my pace off. I wonder how much of this track I can cut and not get a penalty. Some of those corners do tend you to nom the old curb up.
Yeah. The old curb nom-noms, you reckon?
Damn it. I was a 10th up, and I thought I'm actually going to gain a 10th here. Got all the wheel spin in the world out of the last turn, and I'm just watching my time tick away. And I'll probably be something like 300-400s up. Yep. Well, that's a bit of a different line I've ended up taking there, but that's okay. Try something new any day. Teed up for a good run down the straight. All is not lost. And I tried a few different lines this time, and they're not working very well. At least my times are consistent. 33.8, 33.8, 33.7. What have you managed to drop your time down to?
33.4, but
Nice. It's a good time, man.
hoping I've got a little bit more left in me, but you tend to just try too hard in the end.
Yeah, that's sort of where I'm at. I just keep making a mistake on every lap because you're trying so hard to find half a second. Which is always the risk, the challenge, but never mind. In 1 minute 40, we'll see what sort of race pace I can hold. I just don't know what sort of times I'm chasing, to be honest. I'd love a top 5 quali position for once.
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard. It was all going fine till then. No, I'm not even going to complete that lap. Minute 15 to go and I'm down, so... Oh, shit, wrong button. Sorry, guys. Let's go out and have a look at what the actual top 10 leaderboard says.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got me by a good sort of 0.3 of a second, unfortunately, in that magnificent Porsche. And 131s, the whole top 10 on the leaderboard are 131s. Not an Australian to be seen there, actually. So we're about 2 seconds off the pace, which is back to where we normally are. Generally,
Yeah.
if I want to know what sort of pace I should be running, I go into the top 10 ranking board, except for the Nordschleife, where I was like 25 seconds out, but I suppose if you extrapolate a 1 minute 30 lap out to an 8 minute lap or 7.5 minute lap, whatever the Nordschleife is, that's probably how you end up with 20 something odd seconds, but still. Either way.
Oh, well, I crossed the line in time for 3.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't cut you
yes,
straight
it
off.
did. Yeah, I just got through.
What'd you get? Fastest time again?
Nah. I did a 34.9, 34.9, 33.7, 33.6, 33.4, 33.9, 34.3, 34.3, and 33.7 or something like that. So.
Well, that's alright. Your time was 0.3 quicker than mine, but I have been more consistent.
Yes.
So, you never know. My race pace, I might be okay. Couple of new subscribers here. T-Guards. Thanks for joining, dude. In fact, Alvaro Vitali, thanks for subscribing. T-Guards, thank you. Franco K, much appreciated. And Richard GR. Thank you all very, very much for hitting subscribe. Do appreciate that. Have got a bunch of Gran Turismo videos up on my channel, so feel free to check those out. Well, actually, whilst we wait for this to happen, I'm going to go and powder my nose, use the gents, and I will be right back in a minute or so. Alright, I'm back.
Be interesting to see how the start of the race goes.
All qualified 6th and 7th. I tell you what, I've had a bad run lately. My Joe Thompson, hello and welcome. Where in Australia am I from? Deep south. Deep south in Australia. In fact, as far south as you can go. Although, no, but to be fair, a couple of hours north of Hobart.
Yes.
About, 2.5 hour drive north of Hobart. Are you a Advanced Supercars fan there? I'm from France and I am Alls Corp. Oh yeah, I remember seeing you before. Sorry I didn't go back and readdress you. Yes, Alls Corp, we are both supercar fans. In fact, Willie, that's having a chat here, is very hardcore. I'm a bit of a new recruit to supercars. I know I've been watching it for sort of 3 or 4 years trying to learn the ropes. You, on the other hand, sir, have been following it for, what, your whole life?
I've been following it, yeah. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Yes, ooh. Line third. He is S and S.
Yes, that's actually, that might be this must be the first time I've gone up against an SS.
Yeah.
That'll be your ultimate goal. You've owned a Holden SS.
I have.
Next goal is to be an SS in this. So we'll see how we go. Let's see if I can. I'm going to really try hard not to shit the bed here. I'm going to try real hard not to shit the bed here. Because the last 3 races I think I've live streamed, I have cocked up the first lap or 2. And it's getting me down, man. Speaking of emotional, it cuts me deep every time I do it.
Hopefully we have enough of a gap between each other either way, and we don't hold each other up in any way.
No. No, that's okay. I know how you drive, so I'm happy sitting behind you. Got a pretty good run. I got a bit of a gap to old mate behind me. You going to go for a dive or? Oh, yeah. No, that's gone magnificently.
Who was that?
I have no idea, but I'm dead last.
Oh.
Someone just absolutely smashed into the back of me.
When you think by the time we get to this stage, that would be done with?
You'd like to think so. Especially since I actually braked later. Oh, my TC's gone up to 3. Oh, that's my bad. I was worrying about my traction control. And I got a 7-second penalty. So, yeah, no.
Ooh.
I've done exactly what
Let that one race on with that. And see whether it'll go down.
I just got rid of it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm 15th and 6 seconds behind, so, resume normal business.
Fight is on now, isn't it?
Yeah. What am I going to do? 6 seconds behind second last place. I'm going to be lucky if I can get 13th here.
What's the number on your car say?
Oh, I don't know.
It would like you to finish it.
Can't actually see it from on board, so...
Yeah, I'll just flip through to third person and look backwards to have a look. I'm 15th. I need to beat.
Can I overtake this guy without him taking me out? Stay hard on the inside, yes. Okay. Well, that was disgusting. Hey, it's Chaos Roxy. That's the guy out of the last video I put up, not the live stream from this morning, but the last actual video I put up. He was the guy that I said pit maneuvered me. He didn't, of course. The replay revealed that.
Yep.
Oi, welcome to the drift show. The master of all drifts. I've been hanging around Mad Mike for too long.
Haven't you?
Yeah. Just drifting all over the place. See if I can't go up the inside under brakes and not have an accident. Didn't touch him there. No, made no contact at all. But I'm now 5 seconds behind 12th, so I've got 2 spots. If it was a 10 lapper,
4 lapper as well.
Yeah, I was going to say if it's a 10 lapper, I could probably think about aiming for a top 10, but no, my dreams have been splattered and shattered at the first corner. It's actually weird when you look down, there's no delta there after doing half a dozen practice laps.
Yeah. That was an aggressive move by old mate in front.
Apex had girl gems there, so that's why I wanted to stay away from it. And that one did too, actually. These Apexes are just all gem ridden, so I don't want to go too close. This one's okay though. This one's my friend. That Apex is called Frank. He's a good friend of mine. So what position are you in? You're not in the top 3.
Back to 6th.
6th? Nice one.
I made a dive on me and shoved me out, so I sort of just dropped it back a little bit from old mate in front.
Yeah.
So, oh well, that's the way it goes, I suppose.
That it is.
Must admit, it wasn't... I was looking at the time behind, and he was about 0.3 behind. And then, yeah, sure enough, I get a bump wide, so he was quite aggressive on his pass.
Yeah.
Paid off for him, but he was quite aggressive.
My laps haven't actually been that bad, other than the first one. I've done a 33.9 and then a 34.3. So they're not the worst race pace laps in the world. And I am catching these guys, but... Oh no, that's deep. That's okay.
On the final lap as well.
Yeah, I just don't have enough time, unfortunately. I'm going to catch up to him just as the lap finishes, I reckon. Hey, that's not... Nope. Cancel the last. It's alright, I wasn't going to get him anyway. But, yeah, just disappointing. It's never nice to be taken out on the first corner.
No.
Because I made a big deal about not shitting the bed like my last 3 streamed races. That's like 4 races in a row on stream. I've just had a horrible time. Maybe even 5. If I want to get a good race, I have to race without streaming, apparently.
Yeah, you just got a bit of character building going on at the moment, don't you?
Yeah, definitely a bit of character building. I don't know if I'm passing or failing. I wish the stream had a better quality. Interlagos, such a beautiful circuit. Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is. But the best I can do, straight off the PlayStation, is that's what I get 13th. You got 6. That's not bad, man. That's good work. I was 20 seconds behind.
Yeah, I qualified 6th, stayed 6th, so...
Yeah.
If I had more time, it would have been okay, but anyway.
Yeah. Yes, unfortunately PlayStation can't live stream at 1080p. 720 is your max. I have set this to 60 frames, so hopefully at least frame rate wise it does look a bit nicer on YouTube. Yeah, what a shit show. And I reckon my DR's got to be taken a hit. There you go. My S was actually a down arrow. What I've noticed is no matter how many up arrows you get in the race, if you get a penalty, a time penalty for a collision, which I did, and I deserved it. I was worrying about turning my traction control down and fucked up, missed my braking marker and plowed into him. So that's fair call. But if you get a time penalty for a collision, you can guarantee your SR rating is going to dip. That's what I've noticed anyway.
Yeah.
Well, what do you reckon? I've got one more race in me before I finish up the stream.
Yep, I reckon that's probably about me there. On the, just looking at the Nations Cup and the Manufacturers Series, down the bottom,
Yeah.
the time when you can enter the race.
Yeah, is it still fucked? Yeah, it is. Yeah, 23,
think
24,
it's-
25, 26.
Yeah, they think it's a 26-hour day.
Yeah, something's going on in Japan. But anyway,
Yeah.
and they're starting so late. So normally local Australian time, they're 8 p.m, 9 p.m, 10 p.m, 11 p.m, 12 p.m. 12 a.m, sorry. Not p.m, dickhead. A.m. But this is, they're just making up their own schedule now. And the first one's not till 10 p.m. That's pretty late. That's starting to get late, I'd suggest. Well, to finish up the stream, I'm going to go back into the Nordschleife and do that again. I'm going to use the McLaren this time.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough time to do a quality lap, but that's cool. It'll save my old one. I may as well go in. I've got 6 minutes left. I'll do half a lap so that the people on the stream aren't watching me do nothing.
Yeah.
But this is how I'll finish this stream up, I think.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a fan of the McLaren. Definitely a... oh, I tell you what, it might have almost jumped straight up into position number 2 behind the Porsche.
Yeah.
Does do some things better than the Porsche, though.
Yeah, it does.
I think its initial turn-in and overall stability is better than the Porsche.
Yeah, I think it's a tad more stable.
Yeah. Probably a bit better under brakes as well. Need to check my traction control. Which I wish it would stop turning it up. Fuck me, just...
Yeah, you might have to go out and just set it in your actual menu before you enter the race.
It usually saves it between cars, but...
It does.
For whatever reason, it ain't. Straight into a late braking, and it actually wasn't that amazing here. Maybe Interlagos just has amazing track grip. Love the Bentley Continental also. Yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't, man? I hope they put Bentley in the game. Bentley isn't in the game, is it? Or is it?
No. No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Nurburgring, so boring, man. Yeah, look. I did think I'd do it again. Time of day versus track temp. Yeah, you might be right, Ryan. Well, sorry it's a bit boring for you, man. I know a lot of people do enjoy watching the Nordschleife. I actually do. If I click onto someone's stream and they're doing a race here, I tend to stick around, but different preferences, I suppose. It's a bit of a test of the limits, and I don't think they'll be putting this up very often as a daily race. I feel like this is a special moment. We'll have to wait a long time to get to do again. You missed Bathurst this morning, Willie, which was because obviously it doesn't go off Australian time. So this morning when Ryan and I were on doing the dailies, Bathurst night race was one of the races.
Yeah. Well, that is a bit emotional, isn't it?
It is a bit emotional, yeah. It was another absolute disaster for me, as my on-stream races do tend to be. Oh, I'm off. Orzel, you don't like the Bentley? It's an old, rich people's car. And Orzel, you love Bathurst? Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. Everyone loves Bathurst, except for this one guy in my comment section of one of my videos, and Ryan. Although Ryan loves watching it, to be fair.
Bathurst is a fantastic track. Probably a little biased being Australian, but it is very fun to race at.
It is. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
It's just, once you nail it, when you're nailing laps of Bathurst, it's just a good feeling. It's like this track, it's like the Le Mans, the 24-hour track. It's just one of those special circuits where if you nail the laps and get it together, it just feels so satisfying. The top of the mountain, I mean, sure, the last couple of turns... Ooh, that got a bit loose on me. Yeah, sure. The once you get through the chase and you go down to the last turn, whatever that's called, and then first turn, is that Hell's Corner or something? What's turn 1 called again?
Yeah. First turn is Hell, I'm pretty sure. Last turn's Murray, or around the other way. That's bad. I can't remember that.
Yeah, no, I think that is what it is, though. But, yeah, okay, so those corners are a bit boring. Obviously, Conrod Straight and Mountain Straight don't take a huge amount of talent, but getting off the corners well matters, as always. But over the top of the mountain's just a special area.
Yes, I do agree.
And when you nail the top of the mountain, it feels good, man. It feels good. So you're not... You're off?
Yep, I think that will be me for this evening. So, until
Alright,
next
mate.
time.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining me. Thanks for the races.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's been good. Enjoy your race. Hopefully have a bit of luck. Maybe if I go away, you might have some luck.
No. Don't worry about that. It'll be a disaster. I'll probably qualify like 6th or 7th or something, and then I will be probably second last, about 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Maybe the whole field might spin out in front of you.
Maybe. I'm not going to hold my breath waiting, though.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thanks for joining me anyway, big fella.
No worries.
And we'll
Talk to
do
you
some more later on. Bye for now. D-Cac? D-Cac. I'm gonna call you Cac. Daily race days, Nordschleife, you're a dead right it is. Which is, yeah, first is Hell, Ryan. Thank you, first corner at Bathurst. Yes, that's why it's a significant thing. I thought I'd do it twice. I don't generally on a stream do the same track twice, the same daily race twice in a row. But I feel like this is a bit of an exceptional circumstance. Because I don't think we're going to see the Nordschleife put in the daily races very often. So I'm going to do it twice. Why not? Why not? My first time didn't go very well. We'll see how this one goes. My English is very cool. Thank you, dude. Whereabouts are you from? Where are you from? I'm from Australia, so this is the Australian accent. It's just like the English accent, only much better. What do I think of the Albert Park track? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. In terms of the Formula 1 calendar, where did I qualify? 7th. Yeah, okay, so I reckon, and there's 19 people in the race, I should be comfortably 17th in the first 2 minutes. We'll see how we go. Yes, Albert Park. No, look, it's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's my favourite track, but it's okay. I'm actually going to go to that race, hopefully next year. Believe it or not, I'm like a 45-minute plane ride from there, and I haven't been. Go to Phillip Island a lot. Do love Phillip Island. That's another Australian track that I absolutely love. It's a shame that there's not more car racing there. Love watching the bikes. Been to the MotoGP a couple of times. Superbikes and all the rest. But Albert Park, yeah. And you're a 30-minute drive from Albert Park. Well, it's a good thing I'm going to be coming over and staying with you then, big fella, isn't it? It's good for F1, not great for much. No, I agree completely with that, Ryan. Albert Park, in terms of a Formula 1 track, is okay. It's not bad. It's okay. But in terms of other racing, much like a lot of Formula One circuits, I think it's too big, it's too long. And there's only, I think the section around the front straight, the last couple of turns and where the pit lane entry is and all that sort of stuff, that's quite cool. And the first initial sections, but the whole back part of Albert Park is not amazing for any other racing except for the Formula One. And I'm not sure if you international guys get the whole telecast or if you just get the Formula One telecast, but the Australian V8 Supercars do a non-championship round. You're an hour 30 from Le Mans. Nice, dude. Do you go to any of the? Do you go to the 24-hour race or anything else? I'm a big fan of Le Mans. Both the shorter circuit for the motorbikes and the longer endurance circuit. I do love Le Mans. But your English is very nice. No worries. Well, thank you. I'll swap you for a year. Actually, that sounds like a good deal. I'm coming with you, Ryan. I tell you what. All's Corp, you come and live 30 minutes from Albert Park, and we'll go and live an hour and a half from Le Mans. Actually, my brother-in-law is from France, so I could probably get some accommodation somewhere over there. I think his parents live right in Paris, though. Righto, let's see what sort of disaster I can turn this 7th place into. He's in my slopstream. I'm just going to take this spot because... Yeah, beautiful. There we go. So what did I say? Oh, no, I said 19th, didn't I? Took the inside run to get away from him, but took far too much curb. But this is hashtag stream life. This is what I do. I live stream and I go terribly, and then I race off live stream, gain back all of my SR and DR points that I lose during streaming times. But yeah, small tip, don't cut turn 1 like I did. Or I didn't cut it, I just kind of went over the curb. You do not want to do that. Maybe it's all about the entertainment. Maybe I could just lie to you. No, sorry, not lie to you. Maybe I could tell you the whole truth, and that is I deliberately sabotage my race early so you guys get that tension, that excitement building to see where I can get back up to. Oh, whoa, whoa, everyone just sort of stopped. How I avoided contact, I don't know, but it's going to happen here anyway. I'm going to stay wide. He's actually given me some racing room there. I can hardly believe that. Okay, I actually just need to clear this guy. He's going to piss me off. But yeah, anyway, it's a totally deliberate sabotage. Whoa, what are you stopping for? Jesus, big fella. Sorry, dodgy re-entry. I'm going to let you through. Kind of skidded my way back on re-entry. This is a nightmare track to overtake on. An absolute nightmare. Oh. And the frustrating thing is when there's obviously a speed gap between you and the guy you're behind, but you can't overtake him. So you unintentionally brake. Oh, he's actually backed out of that. I like that. Tell you what, tuck him behind me and I'll take you to the front. Again, apologies I'm not reading the chat. It's just one of those races where concentration. is a key element. Thought for a second I might have been going into the back of him there. Again, I'll be wanting to clear these guys. As soon as I can. Too scared to sit close to him. Because I seem to be braking so much later. There you go. That guy's done it himself. Right, who's next? Hume 7666. Oh, bit sideways there, don't mind me. Do the Japanese players play fairly? Look, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I think they take it very seriously. Like, there's a lot of hardcore Japanese people that I think spend a lot of hours in these games. I was saying on the stream the other day that I raced in one race, offline of course, because I went alright. I think I qualified 7th or something like that. Had a pretty decent race. I think I came, I don't know, maybe came 5th or something. And I was sort of looking at the times that the other guys were going, the lap times they were setting. And then I actually, once I finished racing, I chucked a stream on. It was I've chucked a few streams on, US, UK streams, watching the times that those guys were doing, and they were so much slower than my Japanese friends here. And I thought, I want to race in the European or US races, because the Japanese guys, they're quick. They take Gran Turismo very, very seriously. That's not to say there aren't really quick guys and dedicated guys in Europe or America, of course. I'm not suggesting that, but McLaren does get a bit taily around here, though. I was saying it's felt more stable. There we go. Why is it every time I have an accident, I end up facing the wall, not going anywhere? Well, it's a good thing I had a massive gap back to the guy behind me, but that is effectively the end of my race. And any comeback tour. Completely my own fault. See if I can finish it off with at least a decent last lap, hey? There's only 2 laps in it. It does get a bit taily, this car, though. It's almost like it's not taily as in under power, it's almost like a mid-corner lose. The back end just comes around. If I could adjust the rear anti-roll bar, I reckon I could fix it. Right, time to read some chat. What's everyone saying? All's cop, yeah, disappointed in me, man. Same. Feels bad, and I apologise that you guys have to see what I'm doing to butchering this race here. Yep, went there with a friend for watching 24 Hour of Le Mans 2 times. Yeah, nice. Nice, dude. I would, I'd like to go to the Le Mans 24 Hours, but since I would be travelling and a tourist and a long way from home, I would probably just go, I'd be one of those guys that just goes for the last hour or two. And I know we all hate those guys. They're not serious motorsport fans. They just turn up and... But that's what I would do if I was travelling. Hard circuit. Yeah, look, it is... it's very easy to make a mistake on this track. Too deep again. I should really brake a bit earlier and line up the exit there, but... It is what it is. Charge on. Never give up. You never know what's going to happen in racing. One of these streams, when I deliberately sabotage my race at the start, like I did with this one, I will have a Hollywood finish. A Hollywood comeback straight out of the movies. And everyone will be like, holy shit, dude, what a comeback. One day. I can dream. That was a disgusting line. I had to actually downshift there. Don't do that in that corner. If you're looking for advice on how to drive this track, that is not it. I've made a few inroads on old Madagascar. I can't read that while I'm driving. Madagascar up there, let's just go with that. Made some inroads, which is good. Maybe I can get close and pressure him into a mistake. One nice clean lap. That's all I'm after. So you should have been here for this, Ryan. You know this track well. This is like your brag track. You should definitely have been here for this. I tell you what, even with that fan going in this room, I am hot. It'd have to be at least 32 degrees in this room. You do enjoy it, yeah you do. Yeah, you enjoy it. And I'm tipping we're not going to see the Nordschleife on the daily rotation again for a long time. Probably could have stayed in first for that whole section, but yeah, there you go, whatever. It's done now. Now, am I going to be able to overtake this guy? Went a bit overcautious there. Gave him, oh yeah, geez, the car got unsettled. Geez, I've caught a whole pack here. Geez, I have really caught 4 people. This is normally exciting, but at this track, it just spells disaster. What's that? Someone, yeah, someone just speared off. Okay, there's one free spot. That's up to 13th. Oh dear, oh dear, oh boy howdy. Boy howdy. That was, yeah, he braked a lot earlier than I anticipated, and a lot earlier than he needed to. So I thought I'd better wait for him. I did the wrong thing. I'll soak that up, that's my bad. But yeah, I don't feel like I outbraked myself there. I really think he braked a lot earlier than he needed to. Which is why on a track like this, I'm not excited to see packs of people. Ideally, you want to get out at the front of the field and you want to just pull away and have your own race here. Yeah, I think the diff coast would fix this car. I think it's when you're off throttle, mid corner off throttle, the back end starts to come around. Which means I think I need to increase diff coast in the settings to fix that. But of course it is BOP in these races. You are fixed, but so then I was off throttle and the back end has started to come around. I think it's probably anti-roll bar and diff settings that would fix that. And believe it or not, once the back end starts coming around, a little dab of throttle is actually the thing that keeps saving some of these spins. I don't want to be out there. Oh, jeez, God, I hate that section. Yeah, and soften the rear as well. Oh, man, this whole front end rear. I'm not even going to get through the straight. This is, I think this might have been a bigger disaster than the first time I did this tonight. Yeah, the whole car needs softening up. The front needs softening up as well. It's bouncing all over the place, but that's the problem with the balance of performance. That's all well and good, but I think the, and obviously locks, not balance of performance, the lock setups that they've been running in this, that's the main problem with them. They, I just don't think that the setups are particularly good for many tracks. I think they've got one general setup that they give each car at every circuit. Whether you're here, whether you're at Suzuka, it doesn't matter. And I think that's, if they're going to fix the setups like that, they need to at least give you a semi-decent, doesn't have to be amazing, but they need to give you a semi-decent setup. Lock setups, yeah it is, man. Yeah, Ryan, you can't actually adjust the settings in your car when you race in these. There's balance of performance is turned on and also fixed setups. So you cannot make adjustments. You've got brake bias. They changed that actually a little while back. Initially you could, but there was a massive void. Like in the first week of this game's launched, or the first week of the online stuff that they did, whenever that was, I forget now. You could change the setups, and unfortunately it created a massive gap in between the field. Let's see if I didn't get any time penalties. and I got a neutral S. The very first neutral S I've got. But yeah, 2 disastrous races, but that's stream life, that's what happens. Yeah, look, it is a bit shit, right? It's not something that everyone has fallen in love with, the fixed setup deal. But the problem was, yeah, when these online races, the daily sport modes and shit first opened, the people that could put a good setup on the car were coming in and setting the car up properly were just miles down the road, like much worse than the gaps that you sort of see now. Whereas with the fixed setups, it brings the whole field closer together. So that's good. In that sense, I can't disagree with that. That is a good and logical reason to do that, and it works to a degree. The problem lies in the fact that when a car needs to be... The different cars feel different. And you might get something like the McLaren, which was amazing at Interlagos. Absolutely amazing. But then at the Nordschleife, it wasn't that great. Like, it was actually a bit too twitchy. It pivoted from the middle a bit. It needed some setup adjustments to make it nice. You can't do that with the fixed setups. So that is something that is not good deal about that. And there are other people who just, if you can't get the setup right for them, if they can't get the setup right for them, then they're just not particularly good in the car or in the race. Yeah, some people need to have that car set up spot on, and you can't do that. So I'm a little bit surprised. I'm just going to go back and look through the comments here. Where did I get up to? Wouldn't have been in the same race as me anyway. No, you wouldn't. You need to get your SR rating up. Ryan, you're sitting in the A section. You need to get up to S. You haven't done much, I know, but you have to get stuck in this week. Allscop really like my channel, by the way. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Catch his 13th, dude. Did I? No, I didn't. I came 13th. Damn it. There's a significant induced slide with the McLaren. I could just tell from watching, let alone driving. Yeah, absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. As I said, the McLaren was amazing at Interlagos, but at the Nordschleife, it wasn't good. And a couple of simple setup changes and tweaks would fix it. Would absolutely, as you say, soften the rear suspension up. I think the diff coast needed to be turned down. I think the anti-roll bars needed to be dialed back a bit. And it would completely eliminate that from the back end of the car, and it would be amazing. But you can't adjust it. They're fixed setup, so... Now, I haven't actually done any of the FIA, which is what I was going to log on. I think this morning I said I'd jump in and do the FIA Nations Cup, Manufacturers Cup races. I have not done that. Championship schedule. What have we got coming up? So today is the Kyoto Driving Park, and tomorrow is that, racing kart. Yeah, nah, I'm not mucking around with the karts. The karts in this game, I'm sorry for those of you watching that like the karts, I find them to be shit house. Not interested in karts at all. But Tuesday night, grade 3 around Mount Panorama. Yeah, shit yeah. I am all kinds of over that and looking forward to it. So I'll be in on that. I'll skip the Tokyo Express. Friday, if I'm around, might do Dragon's Tower. And then Brands Hatch on Saturday. I like that. I like Brands Hatch. And I haven't done... I don't think I've done a single daily sport race or FIA race around Brands Hatch, which is a damn shame because it's such a good circuit. And the manufacturer series... for the manufacturer, I chose McLaren, which is why I've been tending towards them tonight. I've actually used them, twice now. And that's why, because I chose McLaren off a whim. I hadn't had any experience in it, but I thought, well, it's only a test season, and I don't really care too much about the points. I'm not going to become a Nissan factory test driver or anything out of this game because I don't have the time to dedicate to it. It's all a bit of fun. So that's tonight. Who cares? Not doing that. Autodromo Lago Maggiore. I can't speak Italian, and you can tell from what I just said. And then Alsace Village. That's that funky one. I don't mind that track. I need more practice at it though. So it's Tuesday night. There you go. I might end up doing Bathurst and Alsace Village. Interlagos, and then the Nurburgring GP. So that would be I presume that's the normal Nurburgring circuit. Can't go in for any more detail. Same for Brands Hatch. Love it. Remember of the touring cars of the 90s. I'll be honest with you. Other than motorbike racing, I haven't seen a lot of car racing at Brands Hatch. It wasn't when I grew up. I pretty much just watched Formula One and the 500cc's, which is now MotoGP. So I've watched a lot of bikes at Brands Hatch, but I haven't seen a lot in the way of cars. And the touring cars of the 90s, I presume you're talking about either the British touring cars of the world, but I'm tipping the British touring cars. Actually haven't seen a lot of them. And when I try and tune in now, I just see some sort of front-wheel drives and go, yeah, that's cool. But I just don't seem to stick it out. It is on my channel, like on my TV that I've got. But I think the next stream I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my finger out and go and do a time-lapse of the last stream I did, making my VIP Pet Foods livery on the Nissan. So those of you who haven't seen, I need to change car. Those of you who have not seen it, I did a stream, what, a week or two ago? Probably a fortnight ago, I'd say now. Doing up a, oh geez, was it a grade 4? I think it was. It was the group 4. I haven't saved it, so it's not going to work. Started delivery, got a little bit of the way through, and that's it. So yes, I'm going to do a time-lapse video and upload it to my channel this week at some point of what it took me to get to this point here. And I think at some stage this week, probably my next stream, possibly. I might actually do Tuesday nights racing at Bathurst and that not on stream, so I can actually try and get some success, because apparently I can't not be a potato when I'm streaming. So yeah, I might race offline. I'll record them, and then that way if they turn out to be shit I can delete them, and if they're great I can make a video with them. But I might finish this livery off, so yeah, we'll see how that one goes. Normally a bit more of a chilled stream. Usually get Ryan to try and join me. Never been there. Blancpain is awesome. Blancpain is awesome, and you'll have an ally with you there, Allscorp, with Ryan. That's in the chat as well. I love Brands as well. I hope I will visit it soon for a track day. Yeah, nice. What do you drive, Ozell? What do you do at your track day? Interested to know. It was before I went to NZ, so at least 2 weeks. Yeah, it was at least 2 weeks. So I'll do another one hopefully this week. I'll tee it up with Ryan so he can join me, because he's the livery expert. In fact, I think there's a link to his website in the description of this video and most of my videos. Ryan Lee Graphics, go and check that out if you like looking at nice liveries. In fact, his first real life race car livery on a AMG GT in the Australian GT Championship just won the championship. So congratulations. Here's an official congratulations to you, Ryan. Your livery that you created just won the Australian GT Championship in real life. You're driving a Renault Clio Mark III RS. Yeah, nice. I followed one of them through town today, actually. Do you have them down under? Yes, we certainly do have them. I only do track days on motorbikes. I don't think I have never done a track day in a car. You have my Mercedes I did in your garage. In my garage? I don't understand that. Tomorrow you here for a live stream like today? No. No, tomorrow night is what we call around here Game of Thrones night, where a couple of people come round to my place for a few beers and dinner, and we watch Game of Thrones from the start. Yeah, I'll certainly be back for a couple of live streams this week, though, for sure. Oh, did you recreate your Mercedes design, Ryan, in Gran Turismo? How do I go to liveries again? If I go here and then go to friends. You've done your bike license 8 years ago. Didn't ride a bike since then. Fair enough. I've been riding bikes for a long time. Why is it not there? What is going on? Activity feed. I've forgotten how to control this. Where are your skins? They're going to be a long way down, aren't they? Since you haven't been here for a while. Are they your replica skins there? Inspired by real livery I designed for the Australian GT team. Yes, it is. So it looks much like that. If you look up Eggleston Motorsports, then you'll see that they just won the Australian GT Championship, if anyone's on Google and interested. The car that they won in, the Mercedes-AMG GT, looks very similar to that car, and it was in fact designed by Ryan. So, okay, we'll try and be here when I wake up. What is the time where you are, Elscott? Actually, I don't know if I already asked this. Whereabouts are you located in the world? Oh, you're okay. Yeah, no, sorry, I know where you are. That's all good. So what's the local time there? I've already liked that one. Because it seems like the later I get into the evening here, so it's 11 PM local time, which for me is about time to... Oh, there's the Capella Rotary. I'm a Rotary guy, by the way. I have an RX-7. The new version featured a 12A engine, which is what I have in my RX-7. But yeah, look, I want to thank everybody that is still here watching. I know a few of you have tapered off. Quite a few of you actually have tapered off since I stopped racing. But thank you guys for joining me. If you have enjoyed the stream or any part of it, then I do always appreciate a thumbs up. It does help me out a whole lot. I'm still a fairly new channel, certainly to this sort of thing that I'm doing here. I've been growing exponentially over the last couple of months, actually, a whole bunch of subscribers. So if you're one of those guys, then thank you very much. If you're not and you'd like to try me out a bit, then of course hit subscribe as well. But yeah, likes are always appreciated. I hate to ask, but there it is. And check out my channel for other videos I have uploaded, in case you like them. You never know, you might do. You love enduro tourist bikes like the BMW GS series and the Suzuki DL650. Yeah, look, I wouldn't mind at some stage in my life getting a big GS and touring across Australia. It's a fair old trek if you go from our east coast to our west coast. You wouldn't even do that. It'd be boring as batshit. It would just be red dirt forever. You'd probably go up the east coast of Australia, cut back into sort of middle central Australia, down to Adelaide, around something like that. That would be a decent tour, but I don't think you'd drive from Sydney to Perth, because that would just bore the living shit out of anyone, I think. Dana, yes, you have driven from Perth to Melbourne. Ryan, can you please confirm for everyone how disgustingly boring that drive is? Because we have a very long country. In fact, I was looking at a globe the other day, a world globe, and I think if Perth was where London is, then Sydney... No, I think it was Brisbane, which is our most eastern major city. Then Brisbane was not very far from Russia. Like if you picked Australia up on a helicopter and just plonked it on Europe, that's the kind of mileage it covers. So it's a big country. The difference is in Europe there are lots of different countries and people in between London and Russia, and in Australia there is 4/5 of fuck all between Perth and Melbourne. That was a nuclear RS with 1.6 supercharged engine. Nice. Nice. Well, I think I'm going to wrap the stream up there. I've already done the formalities of asking for a like and a subscribe, so I won't do that again. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Every one of you that turns up to my stream, whether you comment or not, I appreciate you being here. And especially to those of you who do open in a conversation. I look forward to having a chat to you all next time. But I think for now, it's going to be goodbye.